Hello everyone, I'm Debby Major, also known as RojamDz and GoDebby. I'm currently an internet marketing student at Full Sail University and your host for today's podcast interview with visual artist Alexander Reynoso. This artist hails from New York, New York. He went to Fashion Industry High School and the Sacramento Bee in Sacramento, California, where he majored in graphic designs. He's 38 years young, and I see his work one day gracing the walls of the MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art, located in New York City. He is part of the Unsung Souls, which is 5 visual artists of Latino heritage. These artists are heavily involved in the NYC art scene. He is the founder of SpunkyDesigns.com, artist, painter, illustrator, animator, and graphic and web designer. What I personally love about his work is that he's playful with his strokes. They appear to take you into a magical world, and he is a master of storytelling in each piece that I have witnessed. His talents are very diverse in subject matter, and his ability to paint live is inspirational. My first question for him during this interview was, why do you love art? Alexander answered, he says, you see things and you ask why. But I dream things that never were, and I say, why not? That is why I love art. My next question was, how do you see yourself as an artist? And Alexander responded to me, he says, I am an artist by birth, an entrepreneur by day, and a dreamer by night. Here is a recap of my life in a few paragraphs. On the first day of preschool, my teacher told my mom I was going to be an artist. How can you say that so early? He's so young, my mom asked. Look at the chalkboard. He just drew a beautiful drawing of hills, trees, hot air balloons. I am simply a dreamer. I sometimes feel I have an actual little hamster running in that head of mine. I have many innovative ideas that I just can't wait to lay my hands on. I smiled. My next question is, if you have to describe your job in one word, what would it be? And Alexander responded, fun. And I have to say, I agree. My next question was, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in our mass-mediated world, and particularly in your profession? Alexander said, the role of visual arts is to keep everyone in harmony. If the arts were excluded in our daily life, we would lose half of our souls and our right side of our brain. It sends us messages, then it triggers our senses. My next question was, with new communication and media technology, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on the industry? And provide an example. Alexander answered it this way. He says, this is having a positive influence on the industry. I had a man once told me he never used a computer to make a newspaper print. It was more like hard labor. Now he can't even do half the stuff most kids do in school. The only thing we could do is to adapt to this latest technology. And I agree. My next question for Alexander was, what popular images do you see that are frequently rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry? He responded as, I try not to get into TV too much. But when I do, I see a world that isn't mine. I try to live my own reality show. The images I normally see are my family, friends, dreams, and future that frequently rechannels through Facebook. My next question for Alexander was, are there particular images that this industry has popularized and or created? Alexander answered it like this. Some of the big brand companies should stop advertising already. We know you guys exist. And I have to agree with his answer as well. My next question was, who is one of your favorite visual artists, and or what is your favorite style of visual art? He answered, I paint in front of a live audience, and nothing influences me more than painting amongst my friends. I get to see several styles and techniques. My style will be difficult to explain since I am still searching for one. I feel as if I'm 3 years old and my mind is like a sponge. I am discovering many styles. My next question, and my last, was how has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process? Alexander answered it as this. He says, when I painted Keith Haring, Andy Warhol, Picasso, and other paintings, that's when my style changes. I try it just to have a feel of the process. My creative process was influenced by shading, color, concept, meaning, message, and beauty. In conclusion, I thank Alexander for his time as he thanked me for my support. I told him, Alexander, it is my honor and pleasure. You are an artist with soul. Your use of colors and brushstrokes leap off the canvas into my imagination and breathes inspiration that makes me smile. You take me to places, and if I was to put it in one word, it would be love.